Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So let's talk about the absolute market dump. So if you have not been following me for a while, I've been in crypto since 2013. So I have a good amount of experience with insane moves like we're seeing today. So what I want to talk about is how I feel about this. And first off, what happened? Because this is an insane day. We are seeing large coins down 50% today. So I want to go over everything that happened. A lot of you guys know it has to do with what Trump said today through his Truth Social. Let you guys know what I think about it and what I am doing with this information. So earlier today, Trump announced this tweet or his Truth Social post, and I just want to go over the highlights right here. So this is from earlier today, and then just about an hour ago, as of me making this video, he came out with another one, which then nuked the market even more. So here's what he first said, or here's the updates. China is, quote, becoming very hostile and controlling rare earths. Always felt that China is lying, and now, as usual, I have been proven right. China is, quote, holding the world captive in a, quote, monopoly position. There is, quote, no reason to meet President Xi in 2 weeks. Preparing a, quote, massive increase of tariffs on Chinese products. This is where people got a little bit nervous. And the last one, quote, many other countermeasures are under serious consideration. And then we got this one just a few minutes ago, or basically an hour ago. Trump said it has just been learned that China has taken an extraordinarily aggressive position on trade in sending an extremely hostile letter to the world, stating that they are going to, effective November 1st, impose large-scale export controls on virtually every product they make, and some not even made by them. This affects all countries without exception and was obviously a plan devised by them years ago. It is absolutely unheard of in international trade and a moral disgrace in dealing with other nations. Based on the fact that China has taken this unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who were similarly threatened, starting November 1st, and this is where the market tanked even more, or sooner, depending on any further actions or changes taken by China, the US will impose a tariff of 100% on China, over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Yikes. Also on November 1st, we will impose export controls on any and all critical software. It is impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Thank you for your attention. So we've seen a large drop, and this is Bitcoin's price today. Am I concerned about this? Not really, and I'll explain why. We have seen Trump say he's going to do things and use it as a negotiating tactic. He uses it as a way to get something better, but he always exaggerates. He always says it's going to be more extreme than it ends up being, and we know his playbook right now. Now, unless something really escalates beyond what anybody thinks, yeah, that could be a long-term issue. But overall, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Trump is just doing what Trump does. He says something really huge that scares people, and then he always capitulates and comes back to reality and ends up negotiating, because at the end of the day, he does not want the stock market and crypto to tank in his time being president. And I can't stress that enough. His ego is very wrapped up in the price of crypto and stocks. And if he realizes that what he is doing will affect the stock market throughout his entire presidency, he is going to change his tune. He is not going to allow that. He's not going to want that. Right here, we can see for Bitcoin, it was 106, had a huge wick down, and we're back to 112. And yeah, I mean, this is a huge, huge move for Bitcoin, but we have seen a tear for Bitcoin for a while. So we are coming back down to levels that we saw a month and a half ago, right? So for Bitcoin, not quite that big of a deal. We were at these levels end of August, and now currently we're at 114. The price is going crazy. Huge, huge moves, right? It's unnerving and a little bit annoying, but we were here very, very recently. And it's important to remember here that the Fed is still cutting rates into 3% plus inflation. The AI revolution is still here, and the US dollar is down 10% year to date. And all these other factors are still good for risk assets. That's what really matters over the long term. We know that they're going to keep printing money. We know that the dollar is going to keep going down, and you need to be in risk assets, even though you go through days like this where altcoins absolutely nuke hard, right? And this is a huge day for Bitcoin. It nuked hard as well. So going back to his latest post, again, starting November 1st, he is threatening a 100% tariff on China. Now, just to finish this video, I do not believe this will happen because Trump, again, his identity is very much tied in with the stock market. And he knows that this would cause what we're seeing today, but probably worse, right? And he doesn't want that. He absolutely does not want that. So that's basically it for the video. I'm seeing this as a buying opportunity or a sit on your hands and do nothing opportunity. See how this plays out over time. See how the negotiating talks happen. It's annoying that Trump did this on a Friday where now we have the weekend to kind of like mull this over and freak out. And the only markets that are open are Bitcoin and crypto, right? But to me, this feels like a healthy reset. And we know exactly what caused this. It's what Trump said, right? This isn't some like unknown, oh my gosh, what spooked the market. We know exactly what spooked the market. So in that sense, it gives me a lot more confidence to know, all right, we know what's happening here. A lot of people were thinking that this time felt like 1999 and we were about to head into some insane bubble where we were going to crash like no one's seen before. So these types of resets, I think, are very, very healthy. I know they suck, but they're healthy because they wipe out billions of dollars of leverage. And that's one of the main reasons that Bitcoin and crypto went down so aggressively is because of the liquidations. That's what happens. That's what always happens. Bitcoin always gets hit really, really hard, and then altcoins get hit harder. But I think this is healthy. This is fine. We will come back. And this is, again, a buying opportunity or a sit on your hands and do nothing opportunity. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Let me know if I'm missing something. And that's it for the video. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.